So if you want a replay analyzed, you need to tier 3 sub, hashtag sellout, I know. OSM also asked me if he gifts a tier 3 sub to someone else, can he send another replay? The answer to that is yes. We're gonna like multiply the hashtag sellout. So one tier 3 sub, that's a $25 sub, absolute waste of money, is gonna be one replay analysis on stream. They're not all going on YouTube, but they're gonna be on stream. So let's see what's happening here. Against Fairy Peak, who I believe was rank 1 when this was played. We're gonna put this volume up a little bit so we can hear Fairy Peak a little bit. Didn't do that while I was playing because I wanted to be able to hear comms a bit more clearly. But yeah, OSM, for anybody who doesn't know, he's trying to make a climb back up to like get legitimate rank 1. Okay, let's see what happens here. So this is quite interesting. Something that I would recommend you guys do in your own game. Not just 1v1. So you're in this position. It's quite tempting to get around the ball and smash that half volley at Fairy Peak's net. But is Fairy Peak going to concede that like the majority of the time? No, Fairy Peak's very good. So what he's going to do is he's going to control the ball, take the possession, make you feel bad. So what does OSM do? Hits it sideways to try and set up a half volley from closer range. Or, in this case, because he's hit it a bit too high in my opinion, he's going to set up an aerial from close range. I prefer if this is a lower clear pass to himself. So what I'd recommend in this situation is boom the ball low. Don't boom it high like this, because then you have to waste more boost and take yourself out of position and make a hard shot in the following seconds. Hit that low, and you don't need to use both your jumps. You can probably dodge into the shot. Good boost steal though. Trying to get some pressure. Not really much better that we could do here. One thing that you could consider is just faking this and turning around and taking the possession, because by now Fairy Peak might be low on boost if he's playing lowered on boost. He's actually got quite a lot because Fairy Peak's really good. But I don't hate going for the shot there. I would prefer something more controlled. Right, so we're trying to close the distance, actually. Interesting. So there's a lot of things that we could do here. One of them is early challenge. We could turn here. One of them is back off, look for boost, and then take a more defensive approach. That's what we're going to do. That's fine. I kind of like the early challenge a bit more, just because Fairy Peak does really well when you give him space. He's very, very good from this position, so I wouldn't recommend it. And this is another decision. So we can either fake challenge, full shadow, so that's just we, turn our car away from Fairy Peak as they come at me, or do this, and that's just challenge. And you kind of want to mix that up, so we're going to be paying attention to what OSM does from that position for the rest of the game, because that was a rush challenge. Worked out quite well. Alright, cutting the short side of the triangle there. Another jump for almost no reason. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this jump here. Like, this shot from Fairy Peak is probably not going in before. Yeah, it's definitely... is it crossing the line before it bounces? I don't think so. We could definitely take this a bit lower. We don't need to jump up so high for this and then make the follow-up a bit harder. In fact, we've conceded possessions. That's very bad. We definitely don't want to do that. Want to take this lower, take it under control. This is a conceded possession. Not good if you're playing against one of the best, if not the best, 1v1 player in ranked at the moment. Another rush challenge. Fairy Peak had the outplay here. So OSM is hoping to catch Fairy Peak taking us off first touch. However, Fairy Peak does like to shoot from here, so I'm not sure if I'm a fan. I would have liked shadowing here. Fairy Peak missed. Good dodge there to get an extra touch. Now we're just looking for pressure. Maybe would have liked to see a shot there. Why not? I mean, it might be scoreable if you catch that really clean. You can certainly put pressure on him. But what OSM decides to do is he decides shot isn't going to be good enough. So what I'll do instead is I'll just pop it over Fairy Peak's head, give myself more time in the following few seconds. Good boost steal by Fairy. We're in 0, but that's an excellent wall bang, or wall bump. Flick is decent. That's going to be a goal, so well played. This all comes from a very, very smart wall bump. I like that a lot. Your live streaming at time, no excuse. Now listen, if somebody, like people are... Alright, I'm going to pause this because I'm supposed to be looking at a replay. Anyway, this is interesting. OSM with a front flip kickoff on diagonal. I rarely see this. Usually you'll see a side flip there. It's a bit more of a high winning percentage. Fairy Peak not shooting too well today, or in this game so far. Good punish. That's pretty much just a big mistake for... How much should I ban them for? I only permaban. I only permaban. No doubt somebody's going to be like, I used to be a fan, but now I'm banned because I disagreed with Johnny. I'll be like, well, I'll unban you if you ask nicely. Don't worry about it. So another kickoff loss for OSM. What is going on here? Just a little bit too off-center there. And Fairy Peak with a great shot. So we kind of needed to do something with the ball in this situation. This flip is the misplay. Usually what people or what players would do, the correct play in this situation, is to stick around here and then try and get up for this ball and touch it in such a way that Fairy Peak can't shoot, and then also secure the back boost afterwards. That's what the right play would have probably been. Because that avoids things like this happening. Hey, those are thanks to the 4 months. Welcome back, man.
4 months of Johnny Boy. It's like
another kickoff loss. Feels bad.
Just make structures or stuff. Hope you're enjoying the snowstorm. Yours
mate,
sincerely,
how bad is the snow by you? It's pretty bad by me. So, when kickoffs are going this badly, usually what you want to do is just change up which way you're pushing the ball. We're pushing the ball left again. Last time we lost the kickoff, we pushed it left and we lost. We're pushing it left again, we lost again. I would recommend just switching up the way you're pushing it. Maybe if you go right, you're going to have more success. Sometimes it doesn't work, but you got to try something. 10 inches of snow. Yeah, mate, it's like snowdrift outside. We're pushing it left again and we lost again. So you'll probably want to change something up. Clearly, Fairy Peak is ready. See there? He's also trying to push it that way. So if we try and push it to the other side, maybe we're going to be able to get it past him, because he's trying to do a touch in that direction. Other options include fake kickoffs on the diagonal, the squishy kickoff and the straight up. And by that one I mean the one where you do like the inverse half flip. Another great flick though. This is a second goal of the game from a flick. And an excellent challenge off the wall as well. That's good. Good aggression. Fairy Peak was hoping that you're going to back off a bit more. Bishop breaks us 15 inches of snow. This has got to be the most snow that we've had in the UK for a long time. I don't remember it being snowier than this in Glasgow in all the years I've been here. So this time, well, actually, Fairy Peak's just crushing kickoffs right now. We do push it to the right here. But what I will say, people are going to say, see now, Johnny, you told OSM to push the ball the opposite direction. We're pushing it like, you know, literally the opposite direction. Now we're going right. However, we're pushing it opposite the side of the field that we're spawning on. OSM tends to, at least in this game, push the ball away from the side of the field he's spawning on. Spawn on the left, push it right. Spawn on the right, push it left. Sometimes you need to get around it and hook it infield. That's something that Scrub is very good at. Although he mixes up with the pushing strategy also. Good early aggression there. Again, identifying that Fairy Peak doesn't really have a play, so let's just get the ball away from him. Over boosting there though. Identifying that we have the boost advantage. We're going to take control. That's another giveaway, however. Fairy Peak gives it right back, so a couple of misplays from both players. Both feeling very generous. Good job, again, getting the ball away from Fairy Peak. We're running the clock down very well here. Oh, and the mind game is going to be good. Very well played. So we're running down the clock and capitalizing on Fairy Peak misplays very well. Last time it was this snowy was December 2010. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. Okay, so again, we're backing off all the way to get boost. Fairy Peak might not have realized that, but he has. This is actually pretty interesting by Fairy. So instead of just coming straight down the line, Fairy Peak's crossed over the other side of the pitch. And what that has done is put OSM in a really awkward spot. So I like that by Fairy. I really like that. He must have seen OSM flipping away. Let's pay attention. Yeah, he heard the flip, so that's what alerted him to switch sides here. And people ask, okay, why is Fairy Peak switching sides so good? Well, now OSM can't shadow. He's got to pick a time and challenge, or just sit on the ground and hope Fairy Peak is faking. So, yeah, pump fake, real challenge. Fairy Peak was just going for a low 50-50, which is bold. Miss on the boost, still make connection with the ball though. Fairy Peak is ball chasing so hard, and it's going to work. Like, it's not a bad play to ball chase here, but OSM needed a touch. You gotta pop this. Misses the boost, makes the best of it, and now you've got to dodge here to the right. Diagonal dodge right is going to secure the ball and the boost. Instead, trying to catch Fairy Peak going for the mid boost. Not going to happen. Fairy Peak stuck around, gets the goal. Set to be the most since 1979. I know they've got the Arctic Circle, just they've moved it right above Scotland right now. Something else. Fair Gases, thanks for the Prime sub. Very much appreciated. So there we go. Finally, OSM wins kickoff. Doesn't actually change his strategy though. He's still pushing the ball away from himself. This time it works. He's been losing the majority of those though, so it's just worth noting. When I'm pushing the ball, I'm losing it. Pushing, of course, on a kickoff is when you're trying to get the ball to go across to the opposite side you spawned on. Doesn't apply on the straight up kickoff because of course you're straight in line. Unless you take a wide turn off to one side, kind of show your opponent which side you want to hit it and then fake the other way. Wouldn't recommend that though, it's a bit of a late arrival. There's the fake by Fairy. He did this last time and he's done it again. Going for the low 50-50 last time, now he goes for the mind game completely. That's really, really hard to stop. Not gonna lie, that's a really, really hard one to stop. Is this another push kickoff for OSM actually working? Oh no, it's a hook. There we go. So first hook, huge success. So we're spawning on the right, switching to the left, hitting the ball to the right. Huge success. I would have liked to see that earlier, because that adaptation is what I suggested after losing 2 kickoffs in a row. Finally we see it at 5-4. Kickoff goal. So there you have it. Kickoffs is all about switching it up to give your opponent a harder time reading what you're doing. Alright, so we're just full on shadowing here. We're saying Fairly come at me. We've not done this too much, so I'm not at all against this. Don't be fooled though, Fairly Peak can get the ball into the air. I like that though, by OSM. If OSM does this every time, I don't like it. I like it once in a while though. Just to say, alright Fairly, what you got? Somehow getting back underneath that ball to pop it. Giving a lot of space again to Fairly. This is a consistent strategy that we're seeing, and we're probably going to see why not many people do it. Oh, never mind. I thought Fairly Peak would score there. Usually he does. Yeah, you really can't get away with doing that too much to Fairly, just giving him this much space, because he's a master of bounce dribbling, mind games, 50-50s. He's really got the whole package. Oh, so that might be the GG, or the if we lose this, you can blame it on that. That's an open net miss. Luckily not a 2-goal open net miss. We didn't drill the near post and give Fairly a counter-attack. We're still holding up in defense. Okay, this is an interesting position. So this is what you do if you can't really shadow. If we can't get outside the goal, because usually shadowing in this position would be here. You'd be here. Looking to just either use the wall to get up and then side flip the clear, or just fly from the ground. But this is a way to start shadowing. We see Justin do this a lot in air dribble 1v1s. He just tucks himself in at this pocket in the near post. Very, very safe place from demos. This is a difficult place for you to get demoed in. And even if somebody does demo you, they're probably out of the game just as long as you are, because they're recovering really badly, unless they get clean through and out the top of the goal. So this is actually pretty smart, because now OSM can just mirror what Fairly Peak's doing. Come out of the goal when he needs to. Right, 1 goal in it, 50 seconds. Okay. More pump fakes on the boost just to make Fairly clear that, threatening the attack. We're attacking very fast here, so that's anticipating Fairly moving in, and so that's kind of a little mind game in itself here. Fairly Peak is expecting OSM to fake a wall clear, and OSM anticipates that and goes for the wall clear. You see here Fairly Peak's creeping in. He's hoping to catch OSM leaving this ball to come back down, but OSM's like, no, I see you, okay, I'm just going to put it over the top of you, so that's good. Fairly Peak's so good at avoiding those demos. Very hard player to catch, and now we're really, really screwed. Yeah, this is why you don't want to back off too much from Fairly. Could we have turned and challenged here? Because this clear is fine. We wasted quite a lot of boost though. So the misplay here is really here. We have 55 boost. Then we land. We just used about 40 boost while supersonic, and then we hit the brakes. Not very good use of boost there. It would have been nice to have 55 boost in this situation, and then we wouldn't have to go looking for boost and give Fairly the entire pitch to dribble in. So that's a lot of boost wasted. Just donated to the atmosphere. Couple of big misplays there. Open net miss. 55 boost donation. Another push kickoff. This time it's going to work out though. Of course, we did have the hook kickoff that was successful, so Fairly Peak's maybe adapting his strategy to counter. Oh, that's so close. Unfortunately, couldn't get the rebound. No way. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. So close at the end there. Fairly Peak is really playing the end of this so well. He read OSM's position. Knew that OSM was going to try and catch him. I like that from OSM, looking around, making sure he's not going to get demoed. Times the boost pickup very well. Fairly Peak, no, in 0 seconds, surely not. Okay, we've stopped him. Good bump avoidance. It's interesting. Fairly Peak might just look for OT here. Yeah, he will. The idiots typing were banned. Nah, I don't know. I just banned a bunch of people for lols, because they weren't listening to the logic of what I was saying earlier. Alright, volley was the correct play there, because we saw Fairly Peak move, so we need to volley that. We can't wait for the bounce, because he is coming. This is a great position now. Need to get the bounce dribble started though, or there's not much going on. And again, bounce dribble didn't get started, so that might be a turnover. 30 Peak just wants time though. He's trying to create time for himself to pick up boosts because he probably has. Yeah, he's got 0. Wait. Oh yeah, there's different hotkeys and replays. There we go. 30 Peak got what he wanted. He's got the boost. Oh, feels bad. Oh, why does it have to end like this? Sucks when you lose because of a misplay, but sometimes that's the way it is. There were other opportunities to take this game. Backwards challenges are always a little bit risky in Rocket League. 30 Peak's shown that he likes to go low in 50-50s quite a lot, which tend to work very well against people who are challenging backwards. So I wouldn't really recommend it. The problem is, this is a really awkward position, and we find ourselves not in a very good spot. We'd like to be at the halfway line facing the play here, not backwards. So yeah, GG. Interesting game though. Hope you guys can learn something from that. Very interesting game. Again, that was for OSM's tier 3 sub. And yeah, you're all very welcome to do that if you're so inclined. I think it's a waste of money personally, but other people not so much. Think it's nerves how you only lose against 30 Peak. You haven't won a single game. You can have a mental block like that against some players. You can have a mental block like that. It does happen.